Hey everybody, it's Desi from Daily Dose of Desi. I just want to say hello and I hope everybody is staying warm or cool wherever they are and they are safe with their loved ones as always. Came on here today because I wanted to do updates, but I said to myself, I have to tell my story. I have a story to talk about, and that's important. So I said, let me get to my story and I'll do updates later. And when I upload them, they'll come on. So let's get into it. It's a story, of course, about moi, Desi. And of course, like I said, it's my story. It's true. It's about me, my life, what I go through. So, you guys all know me, what I tell you, what I want to let be known. Of course, we all keep our certain things out because there's certain things that we don't want to let be known. And I'm being honest and I'm very blunt. If I don't want you to know something, I have my reasons. But it's because mostly to protect other people. Because me, I could say I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. I've done wrong in the past, but nothing where it's illegal or anything like, oh my God. But to me, I grew up in a family where stuff like that is, oh my God, you know what I mean? Even though other people would laugh and be like, you're a nerd, Desi. But it's okay. We're all different. We're all different human beings, but we're good people, right? And we have to keep staying on that right path, stay on that right track, and just keep moving and going. And like I always said, take the negative and we turn it into a positive. Now, the story I want to tell you is this is such a crazy story. Okay, so okay, I don't even know like where to begin because it's like these stories. There's sometimes you think of them and it's like, do you want to say this one? Do you want to say that one? Like, what story do you want to talk about? Which one is going to really engage in somebody or whatever? But the thing is, it's my story and I can't change it, whether somebody likes it or not. I hope you enjoy it, but I can't change it for you to like it or change it to make it more like, oh, I'm just gonna go with it, tell you how it is, and that's how it really is, and that's it. You know what I mean? So that's how it is. So let's get to it. Okay. So this is how it happened. So one time I had a friend. Uh, I don't like to say people's names for the privacy of them. We'll name her Allison. She was a high school friend. And Allison always wanted attention no matter where she was. No matter where she was, she always wanted attention. It was just the thing about her. And she loved herself and she she was a nice person. She was a good person. She was very caring. And there was a lot of people that would make fun of her. In high school, I was a protector. Like, I would protect people who would be made fun of or people who would be treated wrong. I didn't like that. You don't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? And there's no need for that. There's no need for that. And people that are older now that do that, you're pathetic and grow up. Like, seriously. That you got to make fun of people and you sit there and laugh. That's pathetic. Especially if you sit there and make up stories. So Allison is a female. She's born a female. And in high school, a lot of people would say that she looked like a man, and they believed that she was a man. They believed that she was, they thought she was a transvestite. I think that's what they call it, like a transvestite. I think, you're a man, but you just dress as a woman, but you're not fixed, right? So there's so many different sayings now, so I don't want to get it wrong and disrespect anybody or whatever. But so anyway, she's female. The way Allison wore her makeup was she would wear her lipstick. You know how girls put on lipstick? I don't wear makeup, so I'm not a makeup person. I'm not into makeup. I'm not a makeup professional person, but I can definitely help somebody if they need it, which we'll get into. So she would take her lipstick, which was like bright red, and she would use that, and then she would use it for her cheeks to make it for her blush, and then for her eyeshadow. And I was like, okay, I'm not into makeup or use makeup. I'm like, but that's not what you're supposed to do. Like, do you do that? Like, I don't know. So I was like, okay, so like to be honest, she looked like a clown. Okay. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So I just let it go. And I was like, okay. And there was like a lot of people that would make fun of her behind her back, but that would be nice to her in front of her face. And I hated that. So those people I would have a talk with. And they would be like, no, no, it's just that, we were just like that because, the way she looks sometimes. Well, if that's the case, then don't even bother with her. I'm the type of person, you got something to say it to my face. You don't want anything to do with me, just stay away from me. Don't make up stories. Don't say stuff. Don't act like you're my friend. Just, I want nothing to do with you. And that's it. And we go our separate ways. I'm not going to cry. Because believe me, I probably don't like you either. That's just the way I am. So it really bothered me. So I became her friend because I seen the good in her. And a lot of people would like make fun of her all the time. And I'm like, just whatever. So now, me, Desi, caring as always, I would go and hang out with her all the time. And of course, I'd cut class. And that was a no-no. We weren't allowed to do that. But my sister that I was close to, she would always let me cut class. She didn't care. And she used to pretend she was my mom when they'd call home from school and say stuff. And she'd be like, yeah, this is my mom. Yeah, okay, whatever. And she would act like, okay, whatever. Now, no joke, my vice principal looked like, if anybody ever saw the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off, that principal with the blonde hair, just picture that guy looking exactly like that, but with jet black hair and tan skin, but everything else exactly like that. So he would call my house and he would get my sister. My sister would pretend she was my mother, and he would be like, I'm chasing your daughter like a dog for 2 weeks. She's not going to classes. She's not doing this. She's not doing that. But I was able to pass and do everything because Desi's smart. But that was the big bad thing that I did. So I never drank alcohol. I never smoked weed, and I never did drugs. And I still don't do stuff like that. She also never drank alcohol, smoked weed, or did drugs. And she was nice. So I said, you know what? We hung out, we talked, we had fun. She had a funny personality and she was caring. She was a good person. That's why I always say never judge a book by its cover. So we had fun. We'd hang out. We'd do things. But she always thought everybody was after her. Anybody who looked at her, anybody who talked to her, they wanted her. If I had a friend that was a guy friend in high school, she would think that they were talking to me just to get to her. Meanwhile, they looked at her and thought she was a man, which was sad. And I didn't want to tell her that because I don't want to break people's hearts and hurt them. So, of course, I'd be nice. as somebody said, sugarcoater. But be kind, right? That's how it is. That's how I am. Be kind. Why hurt somebody? Unless it's going to put them in danger. So we would hang out all the time. We would go into timeout, cut class. It was called a place timeout in school where you'd go and tell your problems. We'd do that like every day, and we would just talk and act like we had problems just to get out of class. We were so bad. That was our bad thing. That's how bad we were. We were so bad. Meanwhile, there's people doing like real bad stuff like drugs, and they were doing like fights and skipping school, like getting out of the school and going out different places and stuff like that. No, we just did stuff like that, and we thought, oh my God, we're so crazy. We're bad girls, you know. We were like that. Like, I was nerdy like that, but I was cool with people. I was popular in that way, where I was popular. She was popular because she was hanging out with me, but I always made sure she was okay. So we continued to be friends even after high school. Okay? I stayed connected with her, and she stayed connected with me. But I noticed the more and more I was with her, the more and more I noticed that every time she was so into herself and doing all this stuff, like we would go out and I would tell her to like fix a skirt because like it was up, her underwear would be showing, and she'd be like, oh my God, he keeps doing that. Oh my God. And she'd be passing by near guys. I know she was doing it for attention. She was insecure. She didn't admit it, but I knew that's insecure. When you have to act like that, you're insecure. If you have to keep telling yourself that you're beautiful, everybody wants you, this man wants me, oh my God, he wants me, look at this, you're insecure. So she comes over. She was always coming over, and I wanted to do her makeup, and I had a niece that was helping too, and we made her look so beautiful. She's pretty. We did neutral makeup colors. She didn't look like a clown. She looked so good. Like, so pretty. She looked like the actress, I forget her name, but that was with Jerry O'Connell. Rebecca Romaine or something like that. She actually looked like her with that makeup, the way we did it. Like, she is so beautiful. But she took it off and thought that we were jealous of her, and she went back to the clown looking look. And she would wear her mom's clothes, like the shoes were too big, and it's not like she had money and she could get all this stuff. She just didn't know how to, like, you know what I mean? She just didn't know how to, like, make herself look presentable in that way. She always kept herself nice, but in a way where it was like, you're only how old and you're making yourself look like a 60-year-old. Do you know what I mean? So as time got moved on and we got older, I started noticing more and more about her. Like, everything was about her. We had a good relationship, but everything was about, let's go out, let's do this. Oh my gosh, D. She'd call me D. She was like, this guy's looking at me, he wants me. You know, it's like, it's just, people just look randomly, just like I look randomly. We all look like, it's not like he was looking and drooling from the mouth and like, you know what I mean? So I was just like, okay. So there was a lot of times we went to a place down near the marina, and we would hang out in the lounge area. And she's like, let's go upstairs. And I'm like, we're not allowed up there anymore because it used to be a club. And I'm like, there's a wedding going up there. And she's like, no, let's go up. We'll have fun, whatever. So I'm like, we're going to get in trouble. Like, I was nerdy like that. Like you're going against rules. You can't be doing that. So I was like, okay, we'll go really quick. So we went really quick. Well, I thought we were going to go really quick. So I went near the bar area and I got myself a seltzer with no lime or lemon because I have gastritis, so I can't have anything citrus. So she starts talking to these two guys. And they're laughing with her or whatever. So I'm just standing there and I'm like, okay, everything's all right. So then she starts dancing, and this is a wedding now. We're not even invited to. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like in the side of the corner of the bar area drinking a seltzer, embarrassed. I don't know what to do. I'm like, oh my God. She's dancing, she's having fun, whatever. Someone cares as long as she's having fun, because I care about people. Even if I'm not really having that much fun, I put others before me. So I'm just like, whatever. I'll just drink my seltzer, whatever. She's having fun, let her have fun. So now, supposedly, she said that this guy was like wanting to dance with her a little too much, and she said no, and he got jealous and he was upset because she went and danced with somebody else. Now, I didn't see all that, but she told me that. She can exaggerate in things, but I don't think it's because she was lying. I think that's what she creates in her mind. She really believes this stuff. So now what happens is there's a DJ there, and somebody requested a song for somebody. And I noticed it was the two guys that were talking to Allison. And they said, oh, this is requested to somebody that's in here, the tall blonde, because she was tall and blonde. And all of a sudden, the song that comes on is The Dude Looks Like a Lady. I don't know who sings it. Did you ever see Mrs. Doubtfire, that movie? The dude looks like a lady. Oh my gosh. When I heard that and I seen her face, I wanted to kick those guys' butts. I was like, Allison, you know what? Don't worry about it. So she was like, oh, they're just jealous because they wanted to dance with me. And I was like, yeah, you're right. But no, it wasn't true. It was because of they knew she didn't belong. They found out we didn't belong there. They were making fun of her. They thought she was a man. They were just immature, stupid, being mean, and that's not right. And I could see the hurt in her eyes. I went over to the guys and I said, you guys really need to grow up. I was like, she was just having some fun. I said, and that's what you do. He's like, oh, we're just having just some fun, man. And drinking beer. I said, that's your fun? I said, I feel sorry for you. If that's your fun, that's sad. That's sad. Because if you have to put people down and make somebody sad and hurt like that, and that's your idea of fun, and that makes you feel better, then you're the most disgusting person. And I don't even want to be near you. Because that is horrible. So I said, let's go. She's like, I need the bathroom or whatever. So we went to the bathroom. We went down the stairs. And we got out of there. And she was like, oh, it was just because of that. She wanted to reassure me why. I already knew the situation. They thought she was a man. They didn't want to dance with her. She thought they wanted to dance with her. They had no intentions. They were making fun of her the whole time. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but when you can see like the way people are acting and the way they're expressing themselves. So she's on the dance floor with some guy. The guy was like, she's very tall. She was 6 foot. Okay. I'm only 5'7.5", 5'8". She's 6 foot. She's tall. This guy looked like maybe 5'4", 5'5". So he felt cool. He was pretty nerdy, and I guess he was just like, whatever. And I don't even know what happened with that because I wasn't even part of it. I was just drinking my seltzer. So I was like, don't worry about Allison. So we were walking near the marina. So we hung out there for an hour just walking around. And I said, don't worry about it. I was like, you know what? I was like, you're right. I just wanted to make her feel good. And those are the lies I do. Lies like that to make people feel better, not to hurt them. Not to put them in places of hurt. So if you want to call me a sugarcoater or something like that, that's the kind of person I am. I don't want to say, no, it's because of this, because they really think you look like a guy and you're ugly and this, that. No, I don't want to say that, even though I believe 100% that's what they felt. But I can't believe them. They're unbelievable. I'm like, they're losers. Who cares? Whatever. Let's go. Whatever. She's like, yeah, let's go. But I could see the hurt in her eyes. And it hurt me. It did. It hurt me. So after that, we hung out and then we went to the diner, which was open 24/7 back then. It's our favorite diner. We went there, we hung out, she ate. Let me tell you, this girl had some appetite. She can eat anything and not gain weight. I could eat a grape and gain weight because my metabolism's no good. She ate a lot. She eats so much. So she was eating or whatever. And then we went back to the house, slept over my house because my parents were in Italy. So we hung out all night and we just talked, and she was just like, I can't believe it. I can't believe them. They were just so jealous because I wouldn't dance with them. So I'm just going along with it. But it was like, oh my God, how much more can I hear of this? So I was just like, okay. So this girl, she would be over all the time. My parents would go to Italy a lot because we have an apartment house over there. And she would always come over. I would always go pick her up, bring her over. She'd stay. She'd sleep over. We'd go out. I'd drive around. She'd never offer me gas money, never do anything. I would do everything for her. Go out to lunch, I'd pay. And of course, it was my money, my credit cards, my everything. People will say, oh, it was probably somebody else's or this or that. No, everything was mine. Mine, mine, mine. Okay? Mine. So that's a whole other story. I'll bring up a story of that one day too. I hate when people say stuff when they don't know anything. But anyway, so I would pay, I would do everything I could, make her happy, you know. I'm just that kind of person. But after a while, I was like, even offer me $20 for gas. I'm spending every day. Well, no, she would stay over for like 3 days, go home, come back, hang out for 2 days, go home, come back, and this would go on for like 2 to 3 weeks, and it's like 20 to 25 minute drive. You know, going and coming back. So altogether 40 something minutes. You know what I mean? So it's like, think of the gas back then. It was a lot. So I was like, but you know, if she offered me the gas, I would probably say no. Just offering it, and people know this. I would say no, thank you, because that's the way I am. But at least, you know what I mean? It's like my friend from Paris taking advantage of me. So she took advantage of me a lot. I've been taken advantage a lot with friends. But she was good in other ways. She was caring. But stuff like that, no. The other thing is about her, we stopped talking because she was just no good in the way where I found out that she had a friend that she only hung out with for a little bit, and she got her a birthday cake and got her a card and did all this stuff. With me, nothing. And it's like, me and you are supposed to be BFFs for so many years. I do everything for you. What about me? I would have definitely taken the card. I would have definitely taken the birthday cake and me and her celebrate and hang out. We went out to eat one day, even though I took her out all the time, and she was supposed to take me for my birthday. And she actually got on the phone with her mother to ask if she could use the card right in front of me, how much was on it and what I got to eat. I was mortified. Mortified. She's like, Dee, I don't know if I'm going to have enough on here. Who says that? I was like, don't worry, I have it. Like, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. So I made sure I only got like a certain amount of stuff, and she still had a problem with the amount. And mine came out to probably like 40 something dollars because it was like a higher end restaurant where we went. Like it was more expensive because like appetizer, dinner, and dessert. You know what I mean? And I get cappuccino. I love cappuccino. And, but the appetizer, I mean, she basically ate it. My dinner was salmon with risotto, and I had tiramisu. I remember with the cappuccino, and so it came, and she got a lot more than me, and it was just a lot, and it was like embarrassing, and I was just like, wow. And I'm just like thinking, and that's why I always said like that's why I have like no friends, because I've always been used, always been, always. And people can laugh, like the haters that come on to listen or whatever. They think it's funny. It's pretty sad and pitiful because I wouldn't be laughing about stuff like that. But whatever. So that's what I went through. I went through of people using me, talking crap about me, and I would always try to defend them. And yeah, sugarcoater. I admit that. Yeah, sugarcoater. I did sugarcoat. I always sugarcoat it to make loved ones feel good, just so nobody would get hurt. But in the end, I get hurt. I get hurt all the time. And this isn't a feel bad for Desi. This is just my story, and it's true. And that's how it is. And that's how it's always, always been. And now I've come to a point in my life, I'm at an age, I'm older now, where I don't give two flying poops. I don't curse. I'm a nerd. I don't. You don't like me? You don't have to. You think I'm no good? Go ahead and think what you want. But truly, you know I'm not bad. It's the jealousy in you and the misery in you and all fake lies that people say about me. I don't even know if you believe all those either. And if you do, you're sad. Because let me tell you something. I'm a ride or die, like I always say, and I'd be there for anybody right away. And I was always there for her. And she did me wrong. She did me wrong. Because the way we ended things, she had the audacity to say that she did a lot for me and she didn't feel like I did enough for her. What did you do for me? Because I didn't pick up her calls every time she called and had a problem. Because she always made up stories about these guys wanting to be with her. Not saying anything bad about gay people, but the guys that she said that was going after her was gay. And he was renting from her father's house, one of our father's houses. He had no interest in her. He only spoke to her once, and right away she said he wanted her, and he was stalking her, and he hacked into her phone, and then he had these guys to protect her. It was like just this weird, it was just crazy. It was total chaos with her. Everything was chaos. So I just ended the relationship after I put all that together, and then seeing how she treated her mom when I knew her mom was in a lot of, her mom has Parkinson's disease, and I was on the phone with her one day, and the mom was downstairs and said, Allison, I'm sorry, I was about to say her name, Allison, do you know where the broom is? And she's like, Mom, I'm on the phone and my shoulder hurts and I don't know where it is. I think it's in the bathroom up here. She's like, well, I need it. She's like, well, I can't find it right now. So you're going to make your mom, who has Parkinson's disease, go all the way up the stairs, because they had like a long stairway, to go get the broom? First of all, she shouldn't even be doing that. You should be doing that. You don't let your mother do that. You do that. That's your job. She was lazy. She never cooked. She never cleaned. She never did anything. And I always stuck up for that girl. And I would still stick up for her. if somebody messed with her. But I keep my distance now. I'm done. I'm done with anybody who gave me any BS. I'm done. But it was horrible. It was horrible that she was like that. But all I have to say is I just wish that everybody can be kind to each other. And the moral of the story is that we had a good friendship for a while when it lasted, and it was fun. We had fun. We had a lot of fun. We have a lot of stories. We could just sit and just laugh and laugh and laugh. But all that other stuff, it's sad that it had to end that way. Because if we went back and reunited, we could probably have all that fun again. But it's just all that bad stuff that happened. I don't know how we could do it. And I know she wants to reach out because she has tried. Months, no, probably a year ago. Actually, to be honest, probably like 8 months to a year ago. And I just left it because I'm to a point when I'm done, I'm done. I can't do it no more. I can't. I got to focus on me and my loved ones, and that's it. And if anything that comes negative to me, come on, bring it. Bring it all. Bring it. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm to a point where I don't care. Because in life, everybody's going to have regrets. And one thing I know about me, I'm not going to have regrets the way other people are going to have regrets. Because I know me and I know all the stuff I've done for people that they cannot say crap. They can only make up stories. So that's it. So that friendship went. But that friendship really could have been something. But she needs help. Allison needs a lot of help. And it's sad. And I tried to help, but I'm not going to run around and tell people she needs help and blah, blah, blah. Because you don't do that. You don't go tell people that about people. If you go and tell people that, then there's something wrong with you. You go talk to that person and you try to help them, and that's it. And that's what I tried to do. And she tried to always avoid it and void it. And that's how we got in more fights over it because she didn't want to hear it. I even went to a therapist with her a couple of times. And the therapist actually told me to come with her because she was getting the real truth from me about how she was. I think she had like borderline personality and multiple personalities and bipolar. And there was just a lot going on. But I wish the best for Allison. I do. And if she does need me, I will be there for her. When the time comes, there might be a time where we might get back and talk. Because I'm not evil like that. And it's not like she did she wasn't malicious in the way where she did something in that. It's something that can be fixed. There's certain things where when it's malicious, it can't be fixed. This can be fixed. You know what I mean? But that's one of my stories. That was one of my friends that we just had a fun time. It was fun. And I was the type of person, I didn't care. People looked at me and they looked at her and they made fun of her and said, why are you hanging out with her? Mind your business. I don't care. I don't care what people think. I'm not like that. There's a lot of people who care, like, oh my God, what are they going to think of me? Who cares? You do you. Who cares what other people say? I don't care about stuff like that. I'm not insecure in that way. That's one thing I'm not. I'm not insecure in that way. Not at all. I may have anxiety and depression and stuff like that, and that's where my insecurity kicks in, and it's only with certain things, but not like stuff like that. No way. No way. You're not going to tell me who to be friends with and who not to. And look, you're going to look down on me because of that now. So that's basically it. So there's times I do miss her because we had some really great laughs. And she knew my situation in my life. And she was like, it is messed up, like the things you go through. She's like, and I see it. And she knew. But she's a flyby. Like she just thought everybody wanted her. And it was just like, and she'd stalk them. And it just wasn't very good. Wasn't good position. It really wasn't. And I tried helping her, but there's only so much you can do to help a person. But if we ever do get connected again, there's a lot we have to talk about. A lot. But like I said, it wasn't malice. If it's not malice, it can be repaired. It probably can. But malice, that, I'm too old for that. That I want nothing to do with. But that's my story for today. My big story is coming. I didn't upload it yet. I did it, but I didn't upload it yet. It's going to come. I didn't upload it yet because I'm just waiting for another email. And then that's when I'll upload it. But I hope you enjoyed this story, just to let you know that no matter what, when you're close to somebody and you become friends with them and you have a great time and stuff like that, cherish those memories. And then when things happen, try to make it work. Try. We did try. We tried so many times, but she just couldn't get it. Like, these people didn't exist. They were in her head. They weren't real. Like, this gay guy did not want her, did not want to be with her, did not have her phone hacked, did not have guys watching her and protecting her. Like, we were in the diner and she's like, you see those two guys on the phone? They're looking at me. It's because he has them to protect me. Like, that's mentally unstable. There's only so much you can do. I tried helping, but I had to get out of it. I had too much going on. I had to get out of it. I couldn't. It was just too much. So that's the moral of the story. If you have a friend, keep them very close to you. But if they do stuff like that, try to talk to them. Do the best you can. And if you can't do it anymore and it's draining, it's time to go your separate ways. And if it's meant to be to come back, it's meant to be. But if it was anything malice, stay the hell away. I'm sorry for the hell. Just stay the hell away, because I know about malice, malicious people. Stay away. But if it's something that can be repaired, wait a little bit. Give it some time. When you're ready. Not them. When you're ready. Because it's the ball's in your court. When you're ready. The ball's in my court. Not her court. My court. When I'm ready, I'll pick up the phone and call her. But not right now. I got enough going on right now. Like people said, I have enough on my plate. So, but cherish the people that you do have, that you can trust. And be there for them no matter what. And protect them. Especially your loved ones. Okay? Alright, well, I'm gonna download, upload, it's uploading. It uploaded already, but I'm gonna upload it onto my channel probably tomorrow. I'm just waiting for an email. Tomorrow is Friday, so yeah. Okay, guys, and it's April. A lot more content. Getting excited. Okay, so that was it. Might have been boring to you, but if you really listen to the moral of the story and just really listen and understand, this girl had a lot of problems and she was insecure. The more and more when somebody says, they want me, and this and that, it's, you know, if you have to keep saying that over and over again, I'm your friend. I'm right next to you. You don't have to keep telling me that this guy keeps, you know, I see what's going on. It's very insecure, very insecure. But it's okay. You know, it's life. But I hope you guys are good. You're having a good day or night. Seriously, wherever you are. Okay? And just remember, Desi's always here, and God bless.